I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to embroider just a little extra stripe around the hem of a t-shirt skirt. What I'm doing here, I've threaded a needle with a fairly big eye with a full 6 strands of embroidery thread, and I'm using the stitch lines that are on this double stitched hem as my guideline, not just to get a straight line, but I'm also using it to gauge the length of my stitches. For every one of my embroidery stitches, I'm going over 2 of those sewn stitches. So I'm doing a back stitch here. So I come up here and I go backwards to take my stitch, the visible stitch that's going to show. And then I'm going to come up 2 stitches away. So 2, you can barely see the 2 sewn stitches because they're in a matching color thread. And I come up there. Make sure you don't pull it tight. Always keep making sure that it's nice and flush. And then I go back in where that stitch ended. So it's just a basic back stitch like you would do with any embroidery project, except it's done on the hem of the skirt. And because you're doing it with stretch fabric, you have to be careful not to stretch the fabric while you're doing it, and also not to pull the stitches so tight that they pull the fabric into a pucker. You can do a single row, you can do a double row using that, or you can keep on going. I usually don't mark my lines the rest of the way up, I just eyeball it, but you could certainly measure the distance between these two and then measure that distance again and mark your lines so you get everything nice and even, and you can do a band of as many rows of that embroidery stitch as you want. So that's it. It's just a simple back stitch worked all the way around the hem of the skirt. The trick is that you're going to use the existing stitches in there as a guide. They both help you keep your row of stitching straight and parallel to the hem, and they're also going to help you gauge the length of your stitches so that they're nice and even. Each one of my embroidery stitches was 2 of those sewn stitches, and it just keeps everything looking very nice and neat. You can do as many rows of that as you want on the hem of a skirt, and it looks great. I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World. I'll see you next time.